When having a conversation with someone, it's always important that you're speaking the same language and using the same definition for the terms and words and concepts that you're trying to communicate with that person, especially if it's a group of people that you're talking about that you are not a part of yourself and you're talking about terms that apply to them. You want to make sure that you use words and definitions that they are comfortable with and work around those terms in your conversation. Hi, my name is Floyd, and today we're going to talk about the acronym LGBTQIA+. For many people, that's a mouthful, and it's also a little daunting to know what is being referred to in that. The letters lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, and asexual, plus any other letters that might be added to that acronym, refer to a community that is talked a lot about these days. And so we want to help in demystifying the stigma around that. So today we want to talk about this community and see if we can understand better what these letters are referring to. It's talking both about sexual orientation as well as gender. Today we're going to concentrate on sexual orientation, and I have my definitions here written down so that I won't mess them up. So bear with me as I look down and read those to you. But first of all, sexual orientation is an individual's physical, romantic, emotional, and/or spiritual attraction to another person. Gender identity and sexual orientation are not the same. Transgender people may be heterosexual, lesbian, gay, or bisexual. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in the next video. But today we're going to start off with the letters, and you sometimes hear it as GLBT and sometimes LGBT. And the more common one these days, especially in America, is LGBT. So the first letter stands for lesbian, and let's look at the definition of that. A lesbian is a woman who has emotional, physical, spiritual, and sexual attractions to another woman. So we're talking about females here. The G stands for gay, which in a gay male would mean that it is a man who's enduring physical, romantic, emotional, and or relational attractions are to the people of the same sex, meaning to another man, to another male. Gay can also be an umbrella term that covers all the LGBT. It also means the same thing as the Q, which would stand for queer. And queer are people who are not heterosexual and or do not conform to rigid notions of gender and sexuality. For many LGBT people, this word has a negative connotation since it was historically used as a derogatory term when referencing to the LGBT people. However, some LGBT people believe it is an inclusive term and feel comfortable using it, thus having reclaimed it as a positive term for them. So the L, the G, and the Q. The B stands for bisexual, and that's a person who is physically, romantically, emotionally, and or relationally attracted to more than one gender, though not always at the same time, in the same way, or to the same degree. So a bisexual can be either a male or a female, and someone who is attracted to both male and females, not at the same time, not in the same way. And so you could have a man who is bisexual married to a woman in a fully loving, committed, wonderful relationship, but also have the capability of being attracted to other men, but one that he would not necessarily live out or exercise. This is what the definition of a bisexual. The A that's associated with LGBTQIA stands for asexual. And the definition for asexual is Someone experiencing minimal to no sexual attraction to other individuals. Asexual people can experience a range of romantic inclination from none to some to full. So an asexual person is usually not physically attracted to another person. We also sometimes hear the term pansexual, and this is a person whose attraction is to people not limited by the people's biological sex, gender, or identity. So a bisexual is attracted to either a male or a female. A pansexual can be attracted to male, female, and also transgender people, regardless of how that other person identifies. Another acronym that the A could stand for is ally, and this is a very important person to the LGBTQ community. An ally is someone who supports members of the community other than their own in the context of the LGBT community. Ally is often used to refer to non-LGBT people who advocate and support for LGBT people. So whether you're a family member of someone who is LGBT or a friend and supportive, our community greatly appreciates you. So for today's video, we've talked about sexual orientation. The next time we'll talk about gender. So if you've enjoyed this video or appreciated it, please give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment or two, and I appreciate all your feedback. And I will see you soon for the next video. Thank you very much.